Hi everybody and welcome to Whiteskys Wisdom. We're going to look at 2019 and how it relates to the tarot. Now 2019 is a 3-year in numerology, and the way that's worked out is you add the 2 with the 0 with the 1 and the 9, that equals 12. You add the 1 and the 2 together, that equals 3. So when we look at the major arcana, the number 3 card in the major arcana is the Empress. Now with a 3-year upon us, it is time to look at the feminine aspect in our lives. Our mothers, our Mother Earth, she relates to plenty, to bounty, to surrender, to her intuition, fertility and receptivity. Now this card, on her head, she has 12 stars. Now they represent the 12 zodiac signs. Around her neck, she has 9 pearls representing the 9 planets. At her feet, she has bountiful crops, meaning the way that we master the earth to sustain us. Nature, represented by the trees in the background. The water element of nature, represented by the beautiful waterfall here. Her flowing robes, covered in pomegranates, also meaning bounty. Down the bottom here is Venus, the feminine aspect in our lives. Now she's holding a scepter to say that she is royalty or power, really. She's mastered all the 4 elements that the queens represent. She's the Queen of Queens. She's a beautiful thing. So if we have a look at those 4 queens that she represents, we've got the Queen of Swords here. Now that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the air element. So the Queen of Swords, so you could say that she's mastered her thoughts. Now she has one hand held out, willing to beckon anybody in that has to say anything, but no mincing words with this lady. I mean, if you come at her with the wrong word, she's going to cut you with a sword. The Queen of Pentacles, earth elements, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. She represents all that's bountiful on the planet. Beautiful animals here. And nature, beautiful roses. The Queen of Cups, water element, also representing Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio. Holding the Holy Grail. And the Queen of Wands, representing the fire element. Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Now if you look at all these 4 queens, none of them are looking straight forward. So that represents pretty much they're looking within, or they're using their intuition. And if you look at the Empress, she's looking straight ahead. She's got nothing to hide. She's mastered her intuition on all the 4 elements. So in the minor arcana, the 3s are represented by the 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. So I'll just quickly go through them. So the 3 of Swords, this year we could come across heartbreak. It could be 3 situations, 3 people. But also know that the minor arcana is something that is brought on by ourselves. So this is when it comes to swords, it basically means thoughts. So these could be 3 ideas that break your heart, as I said, or 3 people. But no, this is only temporary. It could also happen in the 3rd month. So March could be significant. In the 3 of Pentacles, we see a master working at his trade, and he's being admired by 2 other individuals. So you could be mastering your trade here and have other people acknowledge your work, or you could have 2 other individuals that want to employ you to do some work. 3 of Cups. Now I see this as celebration. You could make 2 new friends. You could be involved in many celebrations. It's celebrating bounty as I see it, because this is the harvest here with the pumpkins. It could also represent autumn or fall. It's when the celebrations come about. And last but not least is 3 of Wands, the fire element. Now this is represented by passions or ideas, sparks of inspiration. And this is waiting for your ships to come in. So sending those ideas out into the world and waiting for it to come back to see what happens. Now he's got his hand firmly grasped on the Ace, well, I call it the Ace of Wands, that original idea. And he's just waiting to see what will come of it. So in the 3 year, we might actually come across all these different situations. Heartbreak, mastery of a skill, and having people acknowledge it and actually want to work with us. Celebrations, friendships. Some people see this as a 3rd party card, but I don't. I see it as more of a celebratory card. So maybe after heartbreak, mastering our emotions, figuring out what needs to be done, there'll be celebration. And on the end of that celebration, bounty is coming back for us. So also next year, Uranus moves into Taurus, and Taurus is represented by the Empress card. So this will be an absolutely incredible year, I believe, for women, for women's rights, for working on our intuition, for having fabulous relationships with women. Women are going to come into their own next year, I believe, in 2019. And I think it's also going to be a really big year for honouring Mother Earth. I think we're all going to really start to realise that without Mother Earth, without sustaining this beautiful planet that we live on, caring for her, nurturing her, looking after the bounty, knowing that without Mother Earth, we don't exist, I think is going to be a big, big talking point. And there may be several people or several situations that come up in the media to do with heartbreak, that to do with mastery, to do with celebration, and to do with waiting for our ships to come in. Now, on the back of that, I'm just going to do a quick pull a card from this beautiful deck called Angels of Abundance by Doreen and Grant Virtue. And we'll see what they have to say. And see if it backs this up. So I'll just quickly pick a card here. See what happens. Oh, nothing yet. Okay, here we go. Unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring you blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So this is going to be an amazing year for ideas based on intuition, Mother Earth, and anything that you might any idea that you might come into, which is pretty much based on these Three of Swords. So these are ideas, thoughts. Could be extremely bountiful for you. And look at the artwork on this card. She's looking at the moon, so that represents to me intuition. And got her hand on her chin, thinking, gazing at the moon, surrounded by nature. So yes, this year, care for your mothers, look after your thoughts, master your skills, celebrate, and wait patiently for what unfolds. So I thank you so much for tuning in, and I wish you all an absolutely bountiful 2019. And may we all love and care for this beautiful planet of ours. So, if you'd like to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button just to be informed of any new videos that I might post. And much love and light to you all. Goodbye.